All right, here we go. All right, this is day 1, concept 110. Start my timer. All right, let's go over your text. You don't need anything in your hands. Vowel, consonant, E syllable. They're secure, just make the sound.
Ah.
Vowel, consonant, E.
I, E, A, U.
Okay, final stable syllables. Just make the sound. They're secure.
Do. So.
What
And
sound?
the T and the E is silent.
Okay.
Fo. Ko. To. Ko. Zo. Go. Po. Bo. Yep.
Oh, what was that?
Bo. Ko. So.
Okay, vowel, consonant, R makes an unexpected sound. They're secure. Some of them. There are a couple that aren't.
R.
Mm-hmm.
Or.
Good.
AR dollar.
Okay.
OR doctor.
Okay, good. I didn't shuffle these. All right, good. So you had a couple that are new that are not secure. Okay. Vowel pair, either a vowel sound or a weird sound. They're not. Some of these are new, so you.
OW cow ow. OY boy oi. EA easel e. AY tray a. OI quail or. Feet e. Ooh in. In.
Oh, moon, ooh.
OU out. Wait. Ow.
Okay, do it again.
OU out ow. AI sail a.
Okay, keep your feet down.
OO book
Okay. Special situations, they're just special like you.
ah.
Do the whole thing.
A watch Y penny e.
And yeah.
IGH light I. A banana
Okay. Closed syllable, short vowels, just short.
Ah.
What is it?
Ah.
Okay. Okay. Consonant clusters will make one sound.
Or
Good.
cool.
Mm-hmm. Good. Mm-hmm. And then what's silent?
And T silent.
Always the T is silent. That's just a good multi-sensory way for you to remember when you see this pattern that T is silent. Okay? Open syllables.
U unicorn U. Y fly I. E equal E. O opener O. A apron A. I iris I.
Good. All right, let's take out a sheet of paper. Let's do spelling. The
Wait,
sound.
the spelling deck.
Yeah, the deck. The spelling deck.
Cursive.
Let's not do cursive today.
Wait, do I hold my fingers on this guy? Down here?
I don't know. I've never seen that. I think he's just decoration. Okay, ready? So you're gonna echo the sound, tell me the letter that you're writing, and then write the sound. Okay? You can grade all of these later. Let's move on so we can, because I'm actually timing this lesson. And if I'm timing it, we've got to move quickly. We're not on luxury time. All right, here we go. Ready? Echo the sound, say the sound. D.
D. D.
Okay, what's the other one?
Call me ED. The front position ED.
Mm-hmm. All right, this has a lot. K. Echo the sound. Okay.
C, comma, K, comma, C, K. Final position. How many in the back?
Final position or fourth.
C, K, comma, C, comma, K, E, comma, C.
Okay, so read what you've written
C
for the final position.
C K, comma K, comma K E, comma C.
Okay, good. Oh, I need my timer to stay on. All right, so next is sh.
S H.
How do I do that? Next is
N G.
How do you make the phone so it won't shut off? So that it will. I want to be able to see my timer. Okay, do this orally. Or. How do I do or?
O R.
Okay, you.
Try to find where it says clock, and then I can probably do it from there.
Or. Oh no, wait. What was it? You.
U dash E, comma U.
U dash. Okay, good.
T.
Okay. No, well, there's one other one.
T, comma E D.
This one's a little tough. Or we'll just. I'll forget it. Never mind.
E R, comma O R, comma A R.
Okay.
The most famous.
Cool.
U.
Okay. I.
I dash E,
Mm-hmm.
comma I,
Mm-hmm.
find position Y.
Good. Ah.
O.
Special situation. Okay, so what do you have?
O, comma A.
Okay.
K. No, X, X. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
A.
A dash E, comma A. Any final positions?
Mm-hmm. If you hear A at the end of the word, what do you use to make that sound? What is that?
A, Y.
Okay, good. Think
See,
of
look,
tray.
I do this, Y, and then I, E, A, Y.
Yeah, good. That's a good strategy. R.
What? Wait,
R.
what is this?
That's the A card. R. Oh, I need to shuffle these. So R. Okay. Next one's tough, or at least I think it's hard. E.
E dash E,
Mm-hmm.
comma E, E,
Mm-hmm.
comma E.
Mm-hmm.
Final position,
Mm-hmm.
E.
No, he doesn't speak at the end of the word because there's unless it's an open syllable, but you already got that. So end of the word, we have two possible patterns for how to make
E, E, and E dash E.
E dash, comma, E comma, and
E
then
dash E.
no, that's a magic E.
Y.
Good, yeah. Okay.
V.
Now, no English words can end in the letter V.
V.
So what's okay? So what do you have?
V, final position, V, E. C, H.
Okay, final position.
Final position, T, C, H,
Okay.
comma, C, H.
Good. Oi.
Oi. O, Y. No, wait. O, I, final position, O, Y.
Good.
Like a toy.
Exactly, because no English word is going to end in an I. So if you hear oi at the end of the word, you can't use OI. You're going to have to use OY. Ow. What did you say? Read it to me.
O, U, final position, O, Y. O, O, W.
Okay. O, and echo the sound.
O, dash, E,
Mm-hmm.
comma, O.
Good.
Final position.
No.
Oh, yeah.
I think I have time for two more. This one I think is hard. Z.
Z.
Mm-hmm. Final position. And there's two more that are not a Z.
Z, E.
No, that are not a Z. What are the two ways you can make the Z sound at the end of the word?
E-S. No, S-E.
Okay. S-E, and there's one other word. One other pattern.
Like give me a word.
Well, I can't give you a word. Think of a letter that can say Z at the end of a word.
An S.
Yeah, good. All right, we don't have any more time. Okay, so did you finish that one? We'll start here next time. Let's start our concept. All right, so listen to these words and tell me what sounds you hear in all of them. Let me use this paper for a second.
Wait.
Ready? You don't need anything in your hands. Nothing to distract you. Alike, alone, sofa, tuba. What sound did you heard? What letter usually makes the sound?
The U.
Okay, now watch me write them. Alike is A-L-I-K-E. Alone is A-L-O-N-E. Sofa, S-O-F-A. And tuba, T-U-B-A. Do you see, let me take off tuba right now and just look at these. You said U makes the sound. Do you see a U anywhere? Do you see the letter U?
No.
Okay.
Except in tuba.
Well, we're not going to look at tuba right now. So you don't see a U. What letter do you think could be saying the U?
Oh, the A.
Okay, now we learned that a long time ago with special situations that sometimes A will say but that's only when he's at the end of the word. Remember? Nothing in your hand is distracting you. Look, we learned that A in a special situation would be saying when he's at the end of the word, like in sofa. But he's not at the end of the word in like and alone. He's at the beginning of the word. Okay, so this is a new concept. So the A is making the short U sound, and it's not at the end of the word, it's at the beginning. Why do you think the A is saying in the word like and alone?
Because it's a special situation.
Kind of a special situation, but I want you to think even deeper. Where do we find the accent on like? Where does your voice go? It's hard to hear the accent. Where do you hear it? Okay, so you're saying like. Or are you saying like?
Like.
So where do you feel the accent?
On this side.
Okay. Where do you hear it in alone?
This side.
Okay. So let's not deal with sofa right now because really that deals with the special situation A that we've already covered. So
you can X that out.
Well, I just want to focus on these two for right now.
But it isn't.
So alike and alone, you're correct. The A is not in the accented syllable.
Right.
It is not feeling special. Because you know all the fun stuff happens in the accented syllable. You get to double your S. You get to say your sound loud and proud. Well, he's not in the accented syllable. So is this A going to make his sound loud and proud? No, he's not feeling very special. So he's going to be half long. Okay, we already talked about this idea in another lesson. It's going to be half long. So he's not going to say A like, A lone. It's going to say like. It's not as excited. Okay, so when it's an open syllable, now this should be an open syllable, right? Because the A is on the end. There's no consonant blocking it. It's on the end of a syllable. It should say A. So open syllables, the vowel's on the end, but it's not an open accented syllable. So therefore, he cannot make his long sound A. You can think of it like schwa is here. Schwa, the Hebrew word that means empty out. Schwa is here emptying out the A sound. Hold on. And leaving him with either the U sound or the I sound. Well, in this example, it's the U sound. He's emptying out. The Hebrew word schwa, emptying out.
Are they rule breakers? Because that's supposed to say its long name because it's an open
The
syllable.
only way he would make that correct, open syllables should make their long sound if it's the accented syllable. But because it is not the accented syllable, it's going to be half his sound.
But are they rule breakers?
I wouldn't call them pattern breakers. I would call them they're just not as strong.
They're not rule breakers.
No, because it's not a rule. It's a pattern, but it's not a rule. Okay? So what I want you to think of this is the A really should be saying is long sound, but because the accent is over here, it's going to be the short sound. Okay? Let's try to do some of these words. Look at this one. P-A-R-A-D-E. Okay, I've got a vowel, consonant, vowel. I'm going to divide it between the V and the C. I'm usually accent the first syllable in English, so we're going to try to read it. That's an open syllable. That's a magic E syllable. So let's try to read it.
Parade.
Parade. Do you want to go to the July 4th parade? Sounds weird. Let's move our accent here.
And
Now,
let's put a little baby schwa.
baby schwa right there. Now this is going to be half long because he's not in the accented syllable. When the A is in the unaccented syllable and it looks like it's open, think of it as the U sound. Try it now.
Parade.
Does that sound good? Parade.
Do you want to go to the Mexican parade tonight?
Does that sound like something you want to do? Yeah. Does it sound like something you recognize?
I don't want to go to a parade.
Now, let me ask you this. This is a
Okay.
little bit of a review from a lesson we had a while back. This AR, when I see A plus an R, I think of a bossy R making an unexpected sound. It would say R, or it could say Now, is this a bossy R?
No,
How do you know?
because the R's in the accented syllable and the A isn't.
Okay, there's another thought that I have here.
And there's another vowel.
Ah!
And the other
here-
A is saying, don't be so bossy.
So there's another vowel here that sees this bossy R and he says, stop being so bossy. And the R says, okay, fine. So that's just a regular R with a regular old consonant, as a consonant, and then that's a regular old vowel. So nothing bossy here. Oh, no. That's okay. All right, so let's look at this word.
I read it.
No, because this is my turn. Let's try this word. A-W-A-Y.
I know the word.
I'm sure you know the word, but do you know the sounds of the vowels for the syllable? Okay, vowel, consonant, E. Where's the accent?
Pay way.
No, this one.
Yeah.
We're done with parade.
A way or a way.
What do you think? Okay, so you accent the second syllable. That makes your first syllable, it's not really open because it's half long. It's not in the accent. So what do you get?
Wait. Away.
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 Good. Let's do one more. Okay, find the cutting pattern first. Show me where the accent is, and then mark your vowels. Okay, you have vowel, consonant, vowel. Divide between the vowel and the consonant. Make this an open syllable. That's a closed syllable. And it read me the syllable as an open, accented syllable. Read it to me. Cadet. Does that sound like a word that's familiar to you? Okay, move your accent. Give yourself a half long vowel, and you can do it by putting a little schwa over. Good. Now read it. A in a schwa is going to say right there.
Cubnet.
That's a D.
Cudnet.
Try
Cadent.
Just tell me the second syllable.
Dent.
Say it again. Hold your head up so I can hear the sound.
Det.
Det. Det. Read me the first syllable.
Ca.
Read me the first syllable.
Ca.
First.
Ca.
Now put them together.
Cadent.
You're adding it.
Cadet.
Yes, you were adding an N. What's the word?
Cadet.
Cadet. Do you know what a cadet is?
No.
Good. So it's a new and unfamiliar word, but you were able to read the word correctly because of all your strategies. Most kids would just skip it and be like, yeah, I don't know that word. I'm just going to substitute it or skip it. Cadet. Cadet.
What does it mean?
Good question. It's somebody who is in an army group. Like if you are a cadet
Like
in
Joe
the
Pop
army.
was a cadet.
Joe Pop was a cadet in the army. Okay? Let's try to read some words.
Wait, I like
Right.
remember.
Divide it if you need to. And mark your vowels, but if you think you can read it, just read it.
Wait, I'm not good.
If you don't need that unless you're marking your vowels. Now if you're only mark and cut if you need to.
When's my color?
Here.
We just did brain.
Alright, well then that should be easy for you to read. Go.
Let me do this one too.
Okay? Some of them are from that. Alright, read them to me. I just want you to do this line first.
Parade, cadet, alarm.
Okay, why is there a C in cadet?
Because it's right next door to it. No, because that's what it's.
You're like a robot just spitting out answers. Why is there a C?
Because the C means it's next to A, O, and U, and for any I put like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then any consonant.
Okay. Read me
And
line
the K
2.
is it next to I?
Well, we're not worried about K right now. Read me line 2.
A like, across, and
Wait, line 2?
a like,
Mm-hmm.
across.
Now this one you might have to divide. That's a new and unfamiliar word.
Let's do an E. I forgot how to make the schwas. What do you have to make a schwa?
It's just an upset. But can we not get focused on that? This is a different lesson than normal because I'm timing it. So we don't have all the time in the world today.
Cajole.
What is...
Cajole.
Read me the second syllable.
Joel.
Okay, read it to me clearly.
Cajole.
Okay?
Cajole.
Cajole. Okay, you gotta move up if you say that's the accent. Move
So
your voice.
what is it?
Cajole, that means to talk you into something. Like, might say something like, you're so good at giving presentations that maybe you should give the presentation in front of the 500 people. I'm trying to cajole you into making it so I don't have to do it. Okay? Now, I want to show you something about this word across. I just realized it. This is a hard question. Think before you speak. Do not give me an impulsive answer. Why? Now, I know what you're going to say if you are not thinking, if you're giving me an impulsive answer. I know what you will say if you give thinking time. Why are there 2 S's in across? Come on.
Because it's the doubling rule.
Doubling rule would mean that is a derivative and there is not
Oh, no.
a suffix on that. So
Oh, it's a floss roll.
floss rule deals with, that's your impulsive answer that I thought you were going to give me. The floss rule deals with a 1-syllable word where you hear s at the end of that word and it's right next door to a short vowel. How many syllables in across?
2.
Okay, clap it out for me.
Across.
Where's the accent?
Across or across.
Okay, good. The accent.
Oh, I know. Because it's in the accent.
There you
It's
go.
It's very happy, so it duplicates.
Exactly. S is so special.
It gets to duplicate in that.
Yes.
Accents.
Okay, very good. All right, so impulsive answer would have been, it's a floss rule. But someone who clapped it out and figured that it was 2 syllables would have said, ooh, 2 syllables. Let me find out where the accent is. And then the minute you see that S is in the accented syllable, you immediately know, oh, that's special. So special. It's the accented syllable. Are you with me? You're zoning out. All right, number 3, go.
A long salute, avoid.
Okay. What type of syllable is void?
A vowel pair.
Good. Line 4.
Away, about, amount.
Good. Okay. Use the word amount in a sentence for me.
Do you know the amount of how much water you have to use to make a nice smell in the house? Like what's that little thing?
Put your legs down, please.
What's that little
So
thing?
let's clean that sentence up a little bit. Sit up, please.
How do you know the amount for the icing to make a cake?
Okay, what is the amount required to ice the cake? Okay, we got to work on cleaning the sentence up, okay? All right, line 5.
Baton.
Divided.
Baton.
Divided.
Button.
You're guessing. Reading is not about guessing. Okay, find the accent. Okay, read it. Now, if this is the accent, what happens to this open syllable? Okay, now read it.
Baton.
Read me the second syllable.
Baton.
You're putting a schwa on the
Hunt.
And if that's an accented syllable, there is no schwa. Schwa weakens. Listen, schwa weakens the syllable. That means to sit up. That means the vowel will not make his sound loud and proud. If you're in the accent, you do your sound properly. So that O is going to say aw. So that syllable is going to say ton.
Baton.
Well, no, it's not going to say ah, not ba. It's
Baton.
Yes.
Baton.
You're saying on the second syllable.
Baton.
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 Baton. All right, what's the word?
Baton.
All right, what is a baton?
It's like someone carries like something that looks like this in a race, and it's in a parade.
Okay.
Or it's also like a
Come on, we gotta move. You can't.
it's also like a baton race.
Okay, so this is what they carry in a parade. So you can carry it in a parade. You can also toss it to your partner
and we can do a race with it.
in a race. Is there another use of the word baton? I can't. I've only thought of those 2.
No.
I can definitely think of those 2. We'll come back if we have time, and we'll try to come up with a third one. Okay, so let's add. You read this word. What's this word?
Salon.
Salon. Let's add salon to our regular word deck. Do you know what that is? What's a salon?
It's like a place where you can get your hair cut or where you can dye your hair.
All right, there's another use of the word. Yeah, so it can be a nail salon, a hair salon. There's another use of the word salon. You were in a salon when we were at the George R. Ranch. When we walked into some of those mansions and we sat there and we waited for a little while, and then the lady would come out, the lady in the costume would come out and she'd greet us. She talked to us. She told us what the tour was all going to be about. And then we went on and saw the different rooms. Okay, the salon is the greeting room. It's where you let your guests come into the house. So they're out of the elements from the rain. And they're in sort of this waiting room. There's nothing really, you don't sit down in here. You don't have some lemonade in this room. You don't listen to music in this room. There are no tables to eat. It's just the waiting room. That's usually when the person has come to open the door, they greet you, they invite you into the house, and you stand there until they say, well, come with us into the kitchen and let's sit down and have some lunch. Or come with us into the library and we'll sit down and read a book and smoke some cigars if you're the men, not women. So a salon could be another use of the word salon would be the waiting room. Let's see, did I write that down? It's just a large room in your house when you first enter. All right, we do not have time at all to practice these, so we're gonna do maybe 5 of them, and then we need to get to some spelling. All right, so.
Intervene.
Uh-huh.
Gangrene and honeycombs. Lengthen, boost, climber, and fifteen.
All right, let's stop there. We'll come back to these later. Open up your spelling notebook to page 47. Let's try to put some of these words in our book. Okay, we gotta move very quickly.
Can you open it up?
So 47 talks about the U sound. Now, we've already studied this one, the U sound in a syllable that ends with, I can't read it upside down, the sound in a syllable that ends with a consonant is spelled with the letter U, as in cup. We've already learned that one. We've also learned kind of half of this one. The sound at the end of a word, that's our special situation. So we have, what do we have written down for that?
We have banana, sofa, and tuna.
Okay, well now let's talk about the second part of this pattern, which is at the end of an unaccented syllable. So this syllable could come at the beginning of the word, and if you have a, it's going to say if it is in an unaccented syllable. Okay? So let's just write a couple of words. Let's do avoid. Clap it out first. Hold on. Look at me. Clap it out into syllables. And then I want you to...
Avoid.
Okay.
A-V-O-I-D.
Good. Give me the sounds first. Don't just give me the word.
Oid.
Oid. Pause between those two. Okay. Okay, let's do one more. Let's do adopt. Good. All right. Write that.
What is it, ED? Adopt?
Well, no, wait. ED would mean that is the base word plus the suffix. That, and then you put the ED. This is the base word, adopt. Okay, close that up. Let's move on. All right, close it up. You don't need it up. All right, we're getting started a little bit late, but that's okay. We'll catch up. All right, so we were talking about the poem by Emily Dickinson. I want to just review some of the stuff from where we left off. Let's go back over in vain. If something is done in vain, it's done, we said unsuccessfully. You said a synonym would be hopelessly. Okay? Well, so do you ever want to study in vain? Or do you want to speak in vain? No, that would be doing it unsuccessfully. Another word we talked about was ache. We said that meant to have a dull or steady pain. So to bruise or to pain, like just bruise or pain. So for our adverb, we would say painfully aches, constantly aches. And then you said my leg really aches. Okay, so just a quick review of some of the words. Let's read it one more time, because remember the first time I read it, and I told you, when I read it with my own students, they did not understand it. You understood it, and I'm impressed, but there is one part of it that you did not get, and I want to really focus on that today.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall
Well, you missed the comma.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life from aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain.
Okay, good. So you had to pause at those commas. You can't run it all together like a train wreck. Nothing in your hand, it's going to distract you. All right, so you were correct when you said, yeah, this is all about helping. She wants to help the people and things, okay? And that's great. Now, is she, when we were talking about being famous,
Your fourth graders couldn't figure this out?
they were
I'm
struggling
in
with
second grade.
let's not brag, but you did understand a piece of it, which is good, where they struggle just to kind of comprehend the basic level. But there's something that I want you to go deeper with, your comprehension. So the narrator is saying, or the speaker is saying, I want to help this person. I want to help this thing. Okay? Now, when we were talking about being famous, what were some of the things we were saying? Oof, I could be famous for being a rock.
A movie star.
Movie star. What were some?
A singer.
Okay. And also said, what about finding a cure for cancer?
Right.
What about feeding all the hungry people? Those are big, huge things, right? That's going to take maybe power, maybe money, a lot of time for a project like that to happen, right? To become a movie star, it's not blink and it happens, right? It doesn't happen very fast. Her ideas for what, zone in, Allie, the ideas for what she wants to do to help someone, are they things that will take a very long time?
Yeah.
Let's think about this. Let's just take the one about cool one pain. If you have a pain on your leg and I want to cool it, is that something that would take me probably my whole life to accomplish?
No.
Would I have to spend hours and hours
No.
planning? What would I do to cool that one pain?
All you have to do is take an ice pack and put it on the
I might go get an ice pack and that would kill the heat and the throbbing you feel from your leg. That's something that I can do fast. I can do it by myself, and it's kind of easy. And look at how much joy I would have brought to you. So let's look at all of her ideas and let's try to decide, is this something that would take me like my lifetime to try to accomplish? Or is it something that, wow, I can do that right now? Okay? Stop one heart from breaking. Can you find somebody and say, today your heart is not going to break. I'm going to do something that's going to make your heart feel happy. Can you do that? Can you give me an example?
Yes.
What? Fix your dress so it doesn't.
Like, yeah, you can't do it without help.
Well, what if I went up to Maddie and I said, Maddie, today we're going to go outside and paint. She would be so excited. Her heart's not going to break open with sadness. She's going to bubble over with joy.
Yes, you can do it. I thought you meant like if the heart breaks.
Well, you want to
like
stop it,
break.
but you want to stop the heart from breaking. That word means before it breaks.
No, like I meant like literally breaks in half.
Well,
Inside of you.
this is figurative speech, figurative language. These are words that are describing something that's probably not going to happen, but it gives you an image in your head, a picture in your head of, oh, that would really hurt. Do you understand how the words are describing an image in your head? Okay, so yeah, you could probably bring joy to somebody just by yourself in one day. Not cost you any time and money, be very easy. What about ease one life from aching? Could you help somebody have a point in their life where they're not aching, they're not in any pain? What could you do? I do it all the time.
Like if someone's sad, you go cheer them up.
Okay, yes, that's one. You know what I'm thinking? When y'all are running on the stairs and you're running on the stairs in your socks, I always say, do not run on the stairs in your socks. Slow down. I'm trying to help you so that you don't have any pain. Because what's going to happen if you run on the stairs in your socks?
You're gonna slip.
You're gonna
Like someone slipped and he
all
fell
the way down. And that's
why.
why I say that. So I do that many times a day. Now, nobody's listening to me. It doesn't help. But I'm trying to ease your life from having pain. What about cool one pain? You already told me that's very easy.
Yeah.
Help a fainting robin. Is that something that would require you to get a ton of people around, a lot of support, work your whole life to help this little robin that's fallen out of his nest and you put it back in the nest?
No.
That's something easy. Very easy. So Are her ideas huge ideas that are going to take you your whole life?
No.
No, they're things that you, as an 8-year-old child, could do right now, today. That is a really positive message. For me, it says, hey, even a little 8-year-old can do something so small, like put ice on my friend who hurt her leg, and that will mean your life is successful. You won't be living in vain. So I love the message that Emily Dickinson is trying to convey to us. Do you know what convey means? To show us. She's trying to give us this great message, and I love it. I want you to read it another time. So this will be you read it once, and now before, and now you're reading it today. But I want you to read it a third time right now. And I want you to do a better job at pausing at the punctuation. Okay? When you read it this time, I want you to tell me what mood you think Emily was in when she wrote this.
If I can stop one heart from breaking, happy, I shall not live in vain, happy.
Okay, tell me, we'll talk about her mood at the very end.
If I can ease one life from aching, or cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain.
Okay, so what do you think the author's feeling? So she's very happy. Have you ever heard the word optimistic? Okay, that word means so positive. She is like, this is so easy. I can do this. She's very optimistic. Pessimistic is, it's too hard to try to live a life successfully. It's too hard. That's pessimistic. But she says, I can do this. I can live a life that is not in vain.
I can just get a glove and pick up that robin.
Yeah, so she's being very optimistic. I like her attitude. Do you think her attitude is serious? Or do you think she's being a little silly?
Serious.
I think she's serious too. I don't hear any silliness in her voice. Okay, well, let's try to summarize this. Now, it's not long, and this is kind of why I picked it, because the stories in this manual are a little longer, and they're just, I think we would never be able to get through it in the time. Okay, so I want us to summarize this. What do you think the idea of this poem is? The idea of the poem is...
To not live in vain.
Okay.
Or to spread happiness.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. So to bring joy, to spread happiness. What did the author use to express her ideas? Now, clearly she used English words, but what are these English words representing? Allie, will you sit up and put your legs down, please?
They're representing not like how to help people.
Okay. So the author
People,
uses...
things, places.
But with these words, what is she doing with these words? She's describing things.
Putting them together and making ideas of what you can do to help them.
Okay, she's giving you specific ideas. How many specific ideas did she give you?
5.
Okay, so what are they? You can stop the breaking heart.
Ease one life from aching. Cool one pain. Help a fainting robin into its nest.
Okay, so 4.
That's 4. Yeah, because I counted this one as 5.
Okay. So she gives you 4 specific ways to do this, to live a life that's not in vain. 4 specific things. So you can't, a pessimistic person might be like, I mean, I want to help other people, I just don't know what to do. She gives you 4 ideas. Now, do you agree that there are probably more ideas she could have listed? Yeah, but this is a nice, short, brief poem. How does the poem make you feel? Happy. Okay. So if I were to ask you to write a summary for it, all you have to do is fill in the blank, because I've already written this. So we did it out loud first, where I was asking you these 3 questions. Well, now you're going to write it. So read the sentence and fill in the blank for what you think the author was trying to tell you. So read it to me.
The idea of this poem is to help people, things, and places.
Help people, things, and places. What's the places? How about just people and things? Okay, read the second one.
Yes, it uses happiness to express ideas.
Okay, what did she use specifically in this poem to express her ideas? Remember what she did? We just talked about.
Oh, she described
the what?
The word.
4 different things you can do. She described at least 4 things you can do.
She described things she could do.
So the author uses 4 specific ideas or 4 specific ways. Okay, let's clap it out. Specific. What do you automatically know about the last sound in that word?
CK.
Okay.
No, C.
How do you know C?
Because it's a multisyllabic word.
Good. All right. Good. All right. Now, the poem makes me feel specific ways. Okay. And now the poem makes you feel happy. Okay, read me your whole summary. This is a way to summarize the poem.
The idea of the poem is to help people and things. The author uses 4 specific.
Clap it out.
Specific. It's hard.
I know.
Suspect. Can you say it? The author uses 4 specific.
Close.
Can you say it when I get to it? The author uses 4
specific
ways to express ideas. The poem makes me feel happy.
Okay, all right. Were there any rhyming words in the poem?
Yes.
What are they?
Vain and pain.
Good, okay. Were there any words that paint a vivid, bright picture in your head?
Faint and again.
Good. Are there any words that paint a very bright and vivid picture in your head that help your picture jump off?
Or help one fainting robin into its nest.
Okay, the word, yeah, so what I might focus on is fainting. I felt like if you would have just described help one robin to the nest, I'm thinking the minute you get near the robin, he's going to fly off. But when you say a fainting robin, I'm thinking that robin's not feeling so well. It will be very easy for you to pick him up. Do you see how that word is super important to fixing the picture inside of your head? If she didn't write that letter, you might have a lot of confusion in your head as you read the poem, and it would have interfered with your comprehension. What 4 things did Emily Dickinson
And also on here you get
suggest?
confused because it would be, or help one robin into its nest again.
Good.
But
You would wonder,
it would already be in its nest, so how are you going to put it in again?
Exactly. So that tells you that he fell out. He's fainting. He fell out of his nest. You got to help him into his nest again.
So
he
then
was there to begin with.
One.
Yeah. So even a word which we call that a high frequency word can be very, very important to building that picture inside of your head. What 4 things did Emily Dickinson suggest to do? What were some of the specific things she said?
To stop one heart from breaking, to ease one leg from aching or cool one pain, and help one fainting robin into its nest again.
What do you think is the most important thing to Emily Dickinson? Out of everything in
If
the
I
whole
can
world.
stop one heart from breaking.
That's what I was thinking, because that really talks about love and pain and sorrow. So that's kind of what I was thinking. How do you think she feels about fame? Remember we were talking about movie star, rock singer, when we were talking about famous? Do you think she wants to be famous?
No.
She certainly didn't list anything that's going to make her famous, right?
I just think she wants to help out.
That's what I'm thinking too, which I think makes her a good person. How does the poem make you feel?
I wrote it down.
Oh yeah, you did write it down. Okay, well now I want you to come up with 4 things that you can do so you don't live in vain. Okay? Now, Allie, these don't have to be huge ideas like curing cancer that's going to take you all your life to find. It can be little things just like what she said.
Wait, does it have to help someone or can it like fix something? Like if I can fix my drone, I should not live.
That helps you. Was Emily Dickinson about helping herself?
No.
Or was she into helping others?
I don't think it's by Emily Dixon. It says by Allie Edwards.
Well, this one will be.
Wait, can I use some of the ones from the story?
Well, that was hers, and I think we should come up with our own. Do you want to do it together? All right. Let's think of something that you can do for me right now that would help your mom and dad.
Not mess up the video.
No. No, keeping the video on time would be very, very good. So no fly-ins. Look at the driveway. What could you do?
Sweep.
Okay. So how can we put that into a sentence?
If I can sweep my driveway, I shall not live in pain.
In vain. Okay, that would be one great thing you can do. What's something that you might be able to do for your teacher? You have fuzz in your hair. What's something you might be able to do for your teacher?
Be quiet.
There you go.
If I can how do you spell quiet?
Okay, let's clap it out in syllables.
Q-U-I.
Quiet. Not quite it. Quiet.
Oh, E-T.
Okay.
E-T. E-T.
Alright, so if I can be quiet. Okay.
Or
what's another thing you could do? Maybe?
not hurt.
What do you mean?
Like not be a bully.
Have you ever been accused of being a bully?
Well, Abby says I'm bossy.
Well, okay, so maybe not be bossy with my friends. That's a D. B is the bat first and then the ball. Bat, ball.
Bossy.
Okay. Now, one more, and if you don't need that second line, that's fine, but don't confuse yourself and make you think you have to put a second one up there.
Or wait, did you print this out?
Mm-hmm.
You could have not done that line.
It's okay.
Or help a blue jay, or help a fainting blue jay.
Let's not use any words or ideas from her. Let's be original because you've got a lot of good vocabulary.
Or help a sick person in the bed again.
Okay, to the bed.
Person.
Clap it out.
Or help sick people.
Wait, don't change the word just because you can't spell person. Clap it out into syllables. Where's the accent?
On the side.
Person.
Person.
Where's the accent?
On the per.
Okay, so this O is in the unaccented syllable. Is he going to say son?
Son.
Yeah. Okay, read it to me.
Not Live in Vain by Allie Edwards.
Okay.
If I can sweep my driveway, I shall not live in vain. If I can be quiet for my teacher, or not be bossy, or help a sick person in the bed again, I shall not live in vain.
That's very nice. Are those things you think you could do? Even if, look at me, even if you do it just for one day, you will have lived your life for that day, not in vain. Does that mean your life would be successful for that day or unsuccessful? Successful. Okay. All right, last thing I'm going to do, I just want you to read these words to me.
Read it.
Okay, I will help people. All right, this is if, can. Okay, if, can, one shall live again. Practice line 1.
One shall live again.
Okay.
If can, one shall live again.
These are easy words, but when
If
you
can, shall
listen to
live
me,
again.
but when you start going fast, you'll miss them. You'll mess them up.
And I said
It's
if
not
shall,
a speed race,
can
but
live
we
again.
want to move swiftly. Go.
If can, one shall live again. One if shall again can live. Again shall live can one if. Live one if can again shall. Can again if shall one. Live. Can again live if shall one.
Okay, that's one lap. Lap 2.
If can one shall live again. One if shall again can live. Again shall live can one if. Live one if can again shall. Can again live if shall one.
Okay, lap 3.
If can one shall live again. One if shall again can live. Again shall live can one if. Live one if can again shall. Can again live if shall one.
Okay, stop. How
No,
far did you get?
3.
3 laps? That's good. Okay.
I usually get 5.
Wow.
Like 4.5.
You did good.